Hi everyone, in this video we are going to talk about how we can determine the Ecell value and electron flow when we have a galvanic cell or a voltaic cell. So if you take a look at this diagram, you'll notice that it consists of two half cells connected by a voltmeter and a salt bridge, right? And so I have Cu2 plus over here and Cu solid over here, and this creates a half cell. And on the other side I have Zn and Zn2 plus, which is the other half cell. And so what we can see over here is that we have all four species that are present. So I have this, and this present over here. And because I have all four of these things present, no matter which way I look at it, the reaction is definitely spontaneous. But now the question is, which way does the electrons actually flow? So there are two things that we can actually look at. You can look at how the electrons flow. So the electrons usually flow from the anode to the cathode. Alright, and usually we should present the anode on the left and the cathode on the right, but in this case we are not so sure yet, so that's why we cannot assign it at this point in time. So now, other than that, we can also find out the Ecell value. So basically the value that is detected by this voltmeter over here. So let's get down to this. So basically what we want to do is, unlike the case where we are required to predict if a reaction is spontaneous, this reaction is definitely spontaneous, so we will have to compare these two values and see the more positive value, and the more positive value will be our reduction half, while this will be our oxidation half. So what will be reduced? Our Cu2 plus will be reduced, and our oxidation half means zinc will be oxidized. So what this means is that the reduction half will be Cu2 plus 2 electrons to give us, sorry, it should be a full arrow, Cu, while oxidation half is Zn, giving us Zn2 plus 2 electrons, and this means that the overall equation is Cu2 plus zinc to give us Cu plus Zn2 plus. So this is the equation that we will have. So E cell is equal to E reduction minus E oxidation, and so what we have is positive 0.34 minus negative 0.76, and this will give us a total value of positive 1.10 volts. So we will actually notice 1.10 at that point in time. And so because zinc is oxidized, all right, this will be our anode. And because Cu2 plus is reduced, this will be our cathode. So the electrons flow from the anode to the cathode, which actually makes sense, because if you look at this equation, after oxidation, Zn2 plus loses the electrons, then the electrons will flow all the way to the other side, where Cu2 plus will take the electrons to be reduced to Cu. Alright, so in the next video, what we are going to talk about is what happens to this value over time.